Hello and good morning and welcome to Lanzarote. Yes, this is how I start most days. This is where I'm starting. Yes, fantastic. All right, so we'll get down there. This short video I will be showing you my net and how I've modified it and how you can fish it with fewer problems, and also some tips about leaders and casting on uneven surfaces. Yes, that's right. So first on the agenda is the net, and I will show it to you as it comes, how a lot of people would fish it, and then I will show you how I deal with the problems that this kind of cheap tackle presents, right? And how you can avoid failure. These are not made out of the best quality materials, yes, but because of this you're saving a few quid. If you were to buy one of these from a reputable manufacturer, which you would have to import from somewhere in Asia, it's going to get really expensive. There is one company that sells them worldwide, and it is Zanak. I don't have a link or anything else, and if you would like to buy one, they're not hard to find. You can find them on any Chinese platform. Just search telescopic net, telescopic gaff. I will show you in this what I use and what you can buy as well and alter yourself. Okay, so first on the agenda is the net. There it is, right? That is the biggest one I can get my hands on that will screw into this. I also have an interchangeable gaff, which I will show to you as well. And now I'm going to talk about the problems. What happens with these is the glue they use to hold the connection to the end of the pole eventually just corrodes or whatever, and it falls off when you have a big fish on it. Very annoying. This joint one splits, this one pulls out. This is another problem that you have to address, and how I've addressed this is I have put whipping on it, just like a fishing rod. Okay, so that's how I deal with that. Now, you're not safe at all with that, but for like 5-6 pound fish you're all right. If you're going to run into a 50 pound plus or 30 pound plus fish, you're going to be having some problems. I would not trust that alone. So what I've done then is this. I've taken a piece of rope longer than the pole itself. The pole is 6.5 meters long. They come in very different lengths. 6.5, 7 meters is the longest I've seen. So how I deal with this is a carabiner, which I clip onto the net. Okay, that's it there. Now that runs the entire length of the pole, all the way up to the handle where it is tied off. Whether you can see it or not, I don't know. And then wherever I put my hand, I have control over the rope. So now I'm going to show you the gaff connection for the end of it. So here is the gaff head, right? It's got a nice rubber gubbin there to protect yourself. This is a little bit heavy for the majority of fishing, but if you catch a large halibut or a tuna or something like that, you're away, right? These are connectors for the carabiner. That screws into the end of the net, yes. This is what it looks like. Unsurprisingly, you could probably tell that before I did this, but there you go. That's what it is there. Just pop off that sheath, yes. There's no fish that's going to get away once you stick that in it, right? Now the rope is rated to 450 pounds. So if I catch a fish that big, I'm not going to be able to lift it with a gaff either way. So I'm not too worried about it. Or even a 200 pound fish, right? So you'll get it up on the beach maybe if you're super strong. I don't know anybody that can do that here alone anyway. So I've got the rope that runs the entire length of it. And that way, when the gaff head fails, I will still be connected to the fish. Going to have a few problems, but less than you did before. On other versions of this, I have just run the rope straight through the center of the pole all the way to the end, drilled a hole through the end of the connection on the gaff, and then threaded some wire to tie the rope to through that, and then I've connected it that way. This is just if you're fishing a gaff. You won't be able to change the end of it. I can't figure out a way that it is easy to do this. You will have to come up with some kind of engineering of your own if you want it to stay in there permanently attached to the rope. If you want it to pop free, you can also do that as well. But that is not something I'm going to be making a video on. So here is the gaff all folded down. Right, so that's it there. That's what it folds down like. Before, it all used to fit in there. That little black plug thing used to go all the way in. But now it does not anymore. Okay, and that's the drawback of the whipping around it, okay? If you would like one of these and you are a member, just hit me up. I will shoot you a link if it's possible, or find you an alternative for it. So you don't need to spend $1 million to get decent equipment to catch the fish that you need, right? That's what I'm saying. Stay tuned. In this video, I will be giving some easy and quick casting tips to help you get that little bit of extra distance when it's most needed, yes. So when you're casting on uneven surfaces, it's hard to make use of the full length of the rod, the full length of the leader, because of the terrain that you're standing on. If you are standing on a flat pier or a beach, you can get the rod tip down and you can use all the leader. And this just makes the casting just a little bit smoother. You have less leader inside the rod, which will retard the fishing line coming off the spool less, and you will get more distance. You have to have some of the leader inside the tip ring sometimes, right? It's just a matter of fact. Just good security. The main line won't snap, depending on what size jigs you're using. So other than that, I will walk you through the finer details while I'm casting and try to film it at the same time. Yes? Okay. So this is the rod I'm using. It's a Sniper XT. 50 to 120 grams. This is the reel, a lure killer, twin power SW 6000 HG, 35 pound mainline, 60 pound leader and an 80 gram jig, 6/0 assists. Yes. As you can see, and as I explained, on a flat beach, you would not be presented with the problems that you are here. You've got uneven ground to stand on, and you've got obstacles to catch your leader on, bang the jig up on, all sorts, right? So what I've done is I have chose a place to cast from, and it is this place here. I've been fishing here for about a week now, and whether you can make it out or not, it's kind of scratched off from the studs. This is where I'm standing. This is how I'm standing. It's not ideal, but it's the best I can do for here where I am. This is rock fishing. If you're comfortable, you're fishing in the wrong place 90% of the time, right? So what I've done is I've chosen a place to stand that is the flattest that I can get and allows me the positioning to some type of crevice or hole that's big enough to throw a jig into, get the rod tip down, load it and cast it. Yes, that's it. So here we are. You can see the leader knot up the top there, and now normally this is where I'd cast at, just past the second ring at the tip. That's it, and that's on a flat surface. Okay, so I'm not going to take the bail arm off. I'm just going to drop it back here so you can see what I'm talking about. Now you can see the jig, you can see the rod, the angle of the rod. It's not even flat, so it's still up, so you're going to lose a lot of the arc needed to propel this jig through this side wind and out into the depths. The further you cast, the more drops you get, the more chances you get. So that's not really possible here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wind the leader up a bit. That's it there. You have to adjust this to your own specifications. I'm going to give it a little because I'm going to pinch it now to cast. That's it there. So now I'm going to throw this into that hole right there, and hopefully we can catch this on film. So I've shortened up the leader to where I need it, and out it goes. Bail arms open. Very good. Into the hole it goes. And hopefully I'll get some footage of that jig dropping down into the hole there and the rod tip going past the horizontal, right? Or if you can just get it horizontal, that's also good enough, but past horizontal is even better, right? So that's that jig going straight down, and I'm going to fish this one just because, you know, I could pick up a fish in the middle of the demo and that would just be brilliant. So it's into 30 meters of water there, and this side wind is really picking up now. So we get this guy up, hopefully we get a fish in the way in, make this video super duper duper. So if you want to know about how long to let it drop and what to do when you're short jigging, I have a short video. I will link it in the description. Right, we just crank this guy in. Without banging it up. So that's it. I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps you catch some fish, and I hope it saves you some money wherever you are in the world. Remember, I'll see you on the beach. Bye.